Hello students, welcome to today's class. In our today's class we are going to discuss in detail about probability. So as you all know, probability is just a chance of occurring of an event. So let us see some terms like sure event and impossible event. As I explained yesterday, sure event is nothing but happening of an event whose probability is 1. An impossible event is event happening of the event whose probability is 0. So let us understand in detail about sure event and impossible event with some examples. Let us suppose a bag contains 10 white balls. Now we have to find out the probability of getting a white ball. So as we know, the bag is only contain white balls. Whenever you pick up a ball, you will definitely get a white ball. So let E be the event of getting a white ball. White ball from the bag. As we know, the number of balls, white balls in the bag are number of white balls equal to 10. So probability of getting a white ball from the bag is, there are 10 white balls. Whenever you pick up a ball, it definitely will become a white ball. So the probability of getting a white ball is 10 by 10. There are 10 white balls. Whenever you pick up a ball, that definitely become a white ball. So 10 by 10 will gives you 1. That means as probability is 1, we say that it is a sure event. For impossible event, so let us use the same example to understand better. Now impossible event, let E be the event of getting a black ball from the bag. As we are taking the same example, we know that the bag contains only white balls. The number of white balls are 10. So number of balls equal to 10. Now in this case, our favorable outcome is getting a black ball which is not present in the bag. So what we can take, the probability of getting a black ball is equal to, as there is no black ball, whenever you pick up a ball, you will not get a black ball. You will definitely get a white ball. So the favorable outcome becomes 0. So no black ball, so we don't get any black ball. So favorable outcome is 0 by total number of outcomes equal to 10. 0 by 10 is 0. That means getting a black ball from a bag containing 10 white balls is definitely an impossible event. As P of E equal to 0, The event is impossible event. So this is the basic example for understanding a sure event and an impossible event. So let us suppose another example. There are 5 students whose heights are 5.1 feet, 5.2 feet, 5 point again 5.2 feet, 5.3 feet, and 5.5 feet. Now let us find out the event of getting a person whose height is 5.2 feet. Let E be the event of getting a student whose height is 5.2 feet. So as we know, there are 5 students. Total number of outcomes equal to 5. What is a favorable outcome? Getting a student of height 5.2 feet. So there are 2 students whose heights are 5.2. So the favorable outcome is outcome equal to 2. Now probability of getting a student whose height is 5.2 equal to 2 by 5. Let's take the same example and let us find out a student. Let E be the event of getting a student whose height is 6 feet. So as we know, there are only 5 students and their heights are 5.1, 5.2, 5.2, 5.3 and 5.5. There is no student whose height is 6 feet. Therefore, number of total outcomes equal to, as we know there are 5 students, so we'll take 5 as total outcomes. Favorable outcome equal to, what is a favorable outcome? Getting a student whose height is 6 feet, but there is no student whose height is 6 feet in a given set of observations. So favorable outcome is 0. Now what is the probability? Probability of getting a student whose height is 6 feet is equal to 0 by 5 equal to 0. That means, can we get a student whose height is 6 feet from the given set of observations? No, it is not possible. So we'll say that it is an impossible event as the probability is 0. So I hope you all understood what is the difference between a sure event and an impossible event. Sure event is that definitely will get the same whenever you perform an event, you will get the same result. That is called as a sure event. What is an impossible event? Whenever a event is happen, that event doesn't give you a favorable outcome, even for n number of times, then that event is called as impossible event. Okay, hope you all understood. Let us see a few more examples in probability. I think you may aware of a die which is in the shape of a cube having 6 faces. Now let us see some problems basing on that dice. Okay, the probability of getting 5 when a die is thrown once. So as we know, a die will have 6 faces. The possible outcomes are either 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Whenever you throw a dice, you can see the possibility of getting a number either 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6. So this is only the possibility. Now when a die is thrown once, what is the probability of getting 5? That means favorable outcome is getting a number 5. As you observe, there are 6 observations on the die. There are 6 numbers on the die. 5 is repeated only one time, so the probability of getting 5, the favorable outcome of getting 5 is only 1, as it appears only one time. Now probability of the event equal to 1 by 6. The possibility of getting 5 is one time only, so 1 by favorable outcome is 1 and the total outcome is 6. Therefore 1 by 6 is the probability of the event. One more other example of the same model. Getting an even number when a die is thrown. So as you see, the possibility of total outcomes equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are only the possible outcomes. What is our favorable outcome here? Getting an even number. So how many even numbers are there on the die? Even numbers equal to 2, 4 and 6. Now when a die is thrown, you can see either 2 or 4 or 6. So the possibility of getting an even number is 3. Favorable outcome equal to 3. Not then total outcomes equal to 6. Now probability of the event. What is the event here? Getting an even number when a die is thrown is, we have 3 favorable outcomes. What are the 3 favorable outcomes? Either the 2 or 4 or 6 seen on the dice. So the favorable outcome is 3 and the total outcome is 6. After cancellation you get 1 by 2. So the probability of getting an even number when a dice is thrown is 1 by 2. This is how we'll solve problems based on throwing a dice. Okay, hope you all understood. Let us see some more examples in the next class. Thank you all, and you try to solve as many problems as possible. The similar kind you can see from RT Sharma and also from NCRT. Try to solve them, and if you have any doubt, you can send me the question so that I'll explain you in detail. Thank you all.